chains, no rules, no safe words. This is Unbounded with Christopher Allen.
And welcome to Unbounded. I am your host, Christopher Allen. This is the show with no chains, no rules, no safe words. So just to kind of explain a little bit about kind of what we have going on here. Unbounded, that's the title of the show. We don't necessarily have to stick to any one topic. We can go anywhere, and that's the beauty of a show like this. We can kind of talk about anything. This is really a good space to kind of, if you have frustrations, you can vent them out. If you have thoughts, we can talk about it. We're going to talk about everything from relationships to pop culture, sports, a little bit of politics. I try not to get too political. It gets a little bit ugly. But every week the topic will change. Sometimes I'll have guest hosts in studio. Sometimes I'll do interviews with newsmakers. There's no rules. We can do anything. We don't really have an agenda here. We just want to talk about things that maybe aren't getting talked about enough in the mainstream. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. I do have a guest host here with me today. Of course, this is the very first podcast that we're doing. We are talking about trust in relationships. Now, I know everybody can relate to this. I have my co-host here for the day, Garett. He's a buddy of mine. He's very opinionated.
Very.
Yeah. So we can certainly, have a back and forth discussion. Anybody who's listening to this, if you're within earshot of my voice, you certainly had a relationship probably, and there may have been trust issues. Maybe you guys trusted each other completely, but I know that I have definitely seen situations where the trust breaks down, and that gets ugly sometimes.
Oh, yes. Oh, it gets really bad. When each other don't trust, it can make for a bad relationship.
Exactly. So, I mean, you've kind of got, like one thing that I think about, just not to give too much away, but, I've got friends who have relationships, and they're always like checking up on each other. And, well, not even each other. It's one-sided. It's definitely one-sided. Like the girlfriend's just always like wondering where he is all the time, what he's doing. I don't think it's gotten to where she's like checking his phone just yet, which if it ever got to that with me, like, nah, girl, you got to go. You got to go.
We have a friend at work, or one of our co-workers.
Because we do have regular jobs.
Yeah, we have regular jobs here. Unless y'all want to throw out the moolah. Yeah.
Pay me, cut my check. No.
So she was like, about the massage. She didn't want her boyfriend going to get a massage because, she didn't trust him. She didn't trust that he would do the right thing, and not get a happy ending.
Right. So this is a real conversation, by the way. Like, she wanted to do something nice for her boyfriend. Honey, you're so stressed out. Let me get you a massage, and so that you can, take the stress off of your life, et cetera, et cetera. But she felt the need. I guess she kind of got into her own head, and this is where insecurity plays a role, I think. When you're insecure and you start convincing yourself of things that aren't even going on. So she's just kind of like, okay, well, I want to get him a massage, but oh God, there's all these massage parlors where they, maybe they do happy endings, and what are they doing to my man? And, oh my goodness. And I'm just like, girl, will you shut up? Like,
oh, it was so funny.
But our thing on it is, if you are, number one, you're stressing yourself to no end. You're losing your mind. And you're going to end up losing your man in the process. Because I think what we said was, if the point of a massage is to be relaxed. So if my girl gets me a massage, I want to enjoy it. I want to be able to have my, muscles relaxed. This girl had the whole audacity to say, in public, where other people could hear her.
In public? She didn't whisper it to herself in a can.
It wasn't like, hey, here's some really messed up stuff that I probably shouldn't say. But no, it was for real. Said, well, I think I want to be there when he gets the massage. Baby, what is you doing? Like, no, baby, that's not the way you do it. Because if it's me and I'm getting a massage, I'm stripped butterball naked under this towel, and this Asian Ching Ching Ling Ling or whatever her name is I'm sorry, that's not all Asians are named Ching Ching Ling Ling, but let's call her Mary. So she's massaging me, and I've got my girlfriend just giving me dragon eyes from across this room where it's like music and waterfalls coming down. I'm trying to be relaxed and focus my chi, and I can't because she's boring a hole through me. Trust. You got to trust your man, ladies. Because it's like, and what is she?
I can't focus on anything other than when he said butterball turkey. So I'm imagining him on this pole, glistening stomach, trying to focus his chi.
Why am I on a pole?
Because you haven't seen that meme picture where she was trying to nail being a roasted chicken, and it was the big girl on the stripper pole, and it was like nailed it.
So she's like a rotisserie.
Oh, yeah. So when you said butterball turkey, all I could think of was you just on some stripper pole, glistening up with oil, trying to get your chi while your girlfriend across the room was staring at you.
Looking like a fat Terry Crews out here. A happy Thanksgiving.
I'm going to make my stomach wink.
Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, boy. I can't wait to get the video stream of this.
Oh boy.
Because we're working towards getting a video simulcast of this, so you'll be able to see our faces and expressions and everything, and it'll be a kind of different experience. I'll give you guys more updates and details about that as we get it created. But yeah, just wanted to be in the room. I couldn't focus, and so I asked her. I was like, "Okay, how long have you and your man been together?" I think she said like a year. And so I was like, okay, do you trust him? Like, boom, immediately. Absolutely. Girl, stop lying. No, you don't. Because if you trusted him, you wouldn't need to sit there while he's getting a massage from Mary, whatever. You wouldn't need to be sitting there watching him while he's getting a massage. And she goes, what did she say? She says, well, what if I want to get one for myself? So I want to see how they do it and how they process. I'm like, stop copping out. You are copping out. That's totally an excuse. You just don't want to say that you don't trust your man. And that's fine if you don't trust your man. You two need to work that out. But you can't be doing stuff like sitting there. Girls get so... Do you think that some of the most attractive females out there, and I think this is going to be my question of the day for Instagram, actually, for our Instagram page, which is at the Unbounded Podcast on Instagram. Do you think that the most attractive girls are the most insecure?
That would,
because I was told that once.
That would require me to go out with a really attractive girl and, ha-ha!
Somebody please hit up Garett. I mean,
no,
he's a good dude.
No, so I brought upon this issue because there was a story today at work that happened. This coworker, I'm not naming any names, but so she and her man, they have a baby together, and he says to her, "Well, maybe I'm not gonna move in with you when you change. I'm gonna go live with my friends." And she said, she was like, well, if you don't live with me and you live with your roommates, your friends, the baby can't be over because I don't know those guys. And I don't trust them.
So they're a couple. They have a baby, just to make sure that I'm tracking. They have a baby, yes. And he is not living with the girlfriend, but he's living with some of his homies.
That's what's on the table.
Okay.
Because there's two choices he has.
Yep.
He can come live with her, or he can live with his three boys. Now, other than the circumstances of why that would be a thing, they would still be together even if he didn't live there. but
we don't know the
I don't
circumstances
know the
surrounding
circumstances,
why.
other than she told him if he lives with the 3 men or his boys, no matter how long that they known each other, he ain't letting his little girl go over there, or she ain't letting his little girl go over there. Now, of course, he was petty and was like, well, if she can't be around my friends, then she can't be around your friends, which that's petty among itself. I don't support his full side, but where I'm going to stand is like, you're saying you don't trust your man's judgment. That's also his biological kid.
That's true.
If this was a stepfather, got you. I understand. But this is his child. You were saying you don't trust his judgment. And to him, that probably hurts.
That would hurt me because I have friends I've known for 15, 16 years or more. And I trust them with my life. And I would trust them around my child whenever, that child, God help the world, that child comes onto the scene.
Oh, it's coming.
Listen, people...
2019.
People have been trying to peg me with the baby bullet for...
It's called Unbounded for a reason.
I'm not even going to dignify that. See, this is, again, once we launch the video, because my girlfriend's in studio, she's hanging out, she's giving me a look like, you about 5 years late already, What is you doing, baby?
She knows something we don't. Hey. Season 2.
But yeah, that's crazy. I've never heard of that happening. Like where she's just like, okay, well, you can't have your own child over at your own house. Like, who hurt her?
She tried using the excuse of because she doesn't know the people, and she said this, that guys are known to have horrible judgment.
I don't totally disagree with that.
The only reason why I disagree with that is only because everybody has lapse of judgment.
Yeah.
I can't put it on one gender. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, females are way worse. No, because there's bad guys. Guys have horrible judgment, but so do women.
Yep.
So I'm more or less, people have bad judgment. So you should have the judgment of knowing your man. And if you trust his judgment, you would let it happen.
Exactly.
Now, of course, there's other things. Go meet his friends. Be like, look, babe,
Why have you not met his friends?
I don't feel comfortable with letting my little girl go over there with people I don't know. Is it okay if, I chill with them, hang out?
There you go.
And to me, she didn't want to hear any of it.
Easy. It's something that could be so simple. I hear a lot from women, well, why do you guys make everything difficult? This is an example where I feel like she's making it difficult. Now, I don't know these people. I don't know what the exact details are of the situation, so I can't confidently speak on all of it, but it don't smell right to me, player.
And it seems like it would be that time where she would say that, not let him see the kid, but then turn around and be like, oh yeah, the baby's father never comes around or sees the child or never wants to see his daughter. But when you put restrictive guidelines like that kind of hurts.
Yeah, I don't know, and honestly, this kind of ties into a topic that we'll talk about on a future podcast, which is there really such a thing as being ready for kids? I mean, does it exist? Can we, as people, be 110% prepared for what is to come when a child is placed in our arms and it's like, okay, this child is yours? Because it's not 18 years anymore. It's like, it's just life now.
Yeah.
Because I'm 31 and I've had to ask my parents still have to, I do things that makes them worry. It doesn't end.
Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't end. Well, even back in the day, it still didn't end. parents don't stop worrying about their child just because they're out of the house. Honestly, I would think you would worry more.
Yeah, I do kind of wonder, like, how hard was it for my parents to let me go? Although they, y'all should have seen Garett's face. Although, no, but I just have to say, because, like, I'm still a little salty about how they did me. Because, like, I was, 25. I was 25, about to be 26. I've been living with them all my life. All my life I had to fight. And they're like, oh, well, hey, if my dad was going for this job in another state. They're like, well, if your father gets this job, you're going to have to find a place to live. Whoa, hold up. Wait a minute. Excuse me. This came out of nowhere.
Calm it down.
Calm it down, mother. April Fools, right? Like, no, I guess you better start looking for a roommate. In the most nonchalant way. It was like, well, I guess you better start. As if I should have been doing that from the beginning. And I'm panicking and freaking out. So I find a roommate. I get a second job. I'm saving up all this money to get out of the house. And all of a sudden, move out. They helped me move into this new place. And then they sent my brother off to college. Remodeled the house. And then called me talking about, you never come over anymore. Excuse me. Pardon me, but I feel a little bit like I got hustled out of the house. I feel a little bit lied to. But, it all is just, even if you're financial, I also know people who are pretty well off. I wouldn't say rich, but they make decent money to support themselves and to support another living being. And they feel like they're ready for kids. So they have kids. But are they really, really ready? And that's something that we'll discuss on a future podcast. Definitely want to stay tuned for that. I definitely want to thank my co-host for the day, Mr. Garett. Always good to have you in studio, my man.
Anytime, man.
Absolutely. Again, this is Unbounded. We definitely appreciate you listening. No chains, no rules, no safe words. This is a place where we can talk about anything. We air every Monday. We drop a new episode every Monday. You can count on it. It's like clockwork. It's like keeping the trains running on time, baby. Every Monday. Hop on, find us. Unbounded, and we will be here. New topics every single week. Stuff that you can relate to. And we'll definitely catch you next week.